मैं इतना खुश क्यों हूँ? क्योंकि बहुत जल्दी तुम सबसे मिलने वाला हूँ। 4 सितंबर को इस्कॉन वृंदावन में मेरा जन्माष्टमी उत्सव है। तुम आओगे ना? और मेरी जन्माष्टमी सेवा में मेरे साथ जुड़ोगे?
Ram Raghava Ram Raghava Rakshama Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahima Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahima Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Radhe Sham Kalita Vishaka Radhe Sham Jaya Radhe Vasaka Jaya Radha Shyamasundar Radha Shyamasundar Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Astutarasata Sisimadi Divine Grace ISKCON Founder Acharya Jagadguru Isi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Astutarasata Sisimadi Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Anand Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Soha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Mathura Dham Ki Jai Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai Jamuna Mai Ki Jai Ganges Mai Ki Jai Tulasi Devi Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Sri Krishna Balaram Ki Sri Balaram Purnima Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glories assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Vishnu Vajaya Krishna Vijaya Krishna Om Magyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshulmilitam Jena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Shri Balaram Purnima Ki. So we still remain in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 18. Pralambasura. Pralambasura. I want to heartily thank His Grace Mukundandat Prabhu for his brilliant presentation, and particularly something which not many devotees talk about. In fact, so many devotees are imperceptibly destroying the devotees who are not directly disciples of Prabhupada, their faith in Prabhupada. But they didn't know it. They don't know it. But Prabhu has presented it very nicely. We should thank him for that. Not many people speak like this. Many devotees' idea is to is putting Prabhupada in this. They're not putting Prabhupada because Prabhupada is alone. If Prabhupada alone, he's what his devotees. They are, all the gurus are his representatives. He established it. And I listened to one lecture of Prabhupada said, my guru is number 10. I am 11, and all of you are number 12. What does that mean? It should continue. So Prabhupada did not come to close down our sampradaya, his disciple cessation. He came to continue it, and that you see throughout his purport and his own personal dealings. But many people want to close it, which is very dangerous. Don't talk about your guru. Talk about Prabhupada only. Hare Krishna. Then the second question, I want to go there first before we continue. What is the relationship between Dhira and Lord Balarama? Generally, when you look at the dealings between them, the whole world knows that Dhira is the best disciple of Lord Balarama. But actually, Dhira is not a disciple of Balarama. He is a disciple of Kali. He worships Kali. And he comes to Balaram only to trick him so he can learn how to fight from him. And Balaram very expertly as the Supreme Personality of Godhead cheated him very nicely. Balaram trained him, externally tried to support him because he is crooked. Balaram stands for crooked people, deceitful people. Because he was deceitful, Balaram cheated him. He trained him very nicely so Bhim can kill him. And that's what he did. Balaram was present when Bhimsena was killing Dhira, but he didn't protect him because that's what he wanted. So when we want to cheat, we will be very nicely cheated. That's what happened. Like Pralambasura. Pralambasura represents deceit, crooked, cunning. So when it was a very beautiful summer, brilliant day like this time, summer, at Mandir, the cowherd boys feeling so happy to play with Krishna decorated themselves with Malika flowers. Malika, beautiful. And Sri Sri flowers for earrings. The earring is made of Sri Sri flowers. No, Sri Sri? Don't know? The Sri Sri flowers, they use for the earrings. Malika for the garlands. And for the head, they use kruchi flowers to make the garland to decorate their heads. And they enter the forest to play. They enjoy themselves. Seeing that Lord Krishna and the cowherd boys were going to the forest to enjoy themselves. And that they happened to be the birthday of Madhu Mangal. So he didn't go to the forest with them. Pralambasura, being deceitful, was thinking, now I can become Madhu Mangal. So he changed himself into a cowherd boy and came to join them. And Krishna and Balaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they knew the game. And they went to the forest particularly for that. Every day they have their plan, what they're going to do. So this day, Pralambasura came to join them. That time, there was only one Pralambasura. Today, how many? How many? So many Pralambasuras, not outside ISKCON, also inside. There's so many Pralambasuras in our movement. So Balaram came to take care of deceitful people. So while we are celebrating decorations, cooking, different activities, speaking, hearing, and feasting, what is the main thing a devotee should do on a special day like today? What should be our focus? A special day like today. Waiting for the time to break the fast? Huh? Is he waiting for the time to break the fast? Or just decorations? We can hire people to do decorations, right? We can hire people to do decorations. We can hire people to cook, which is also going on. You can hire people to clean. So, as a devotee, what should be our thing that we cannot hire people to do for a day like today? Hearing, okay, good. There's a purpose for hearing. What is the purpose for hearing? we should focus on, we should pray to Lord Balaram to help us remove the Pralambasura. That is the reason why he has come, not for eating our food. That he can eat better in Goloka than here. So he is not coming here to come and eat our food per se. That is secondary. The primary thing is that he's coming to kill the Pralambasura in our lives. Therefore we should beg him. We should beg him. The purpose of your coming is to help me remove the Pralambasura in my life. This is how we should relate with or use today. Not just the external functions. The internal function is he has come to take away the demon. So we should give him that chance by praying consciously. We should pray consciously to him. Then it will take effect. It will happen. That will get cleansed. Not just a ceremony. No, Balaram, he came with the purpose to kill demons. And he did. He killed so many demons along with his brother. So now he's going to kill the demon of deceit. So let us listen. Sukadeva Goswami said, surrounded by his blissful companions who constantly chanted his glories, Sri Krishna then entered the village of Raj, which was decorated with heads of cows. While Krishna and Balaram were those enjoying life in Vrindavan in the guise of ordinary cowherd boys, the summer season gradually appeared. This season is not very pleasing to embodied souls. Nevertheless, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was personally staying in Vrindavan along with Balaram, summer manifested the qualities of spring. Sri Krishna Balaram ki. Summer became spring. Spring is the best. The best. It's not too cold and not too hot. It is sweet, very, very sweet, and pleasing to the senses. It is very pleasing to the senses. Sorry. That is when Krishna was physically, or so to say, manifest. Was manifest. All these adjustments have been there. Such are the futures of the land of Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, the loud sound of waterfalls covered the cricket's noise, and clusters of trees constantly moistened by spray from those waterfalls beautified the entire area. The wind wafting over the waves of the lakes and flowing rivers carried away the pollen of many varieties of lotuses and water lilies, and then cooled the entire Vrindavan area. Thus the residents there did not suffer from the heat generated by the blazing summer sun and seasonal forest fires. Indeed, Vrindavan was abundant with fresh green grass. With their flowing waves, the deep rivers drenched their banks, making them damp and muddy. Thus the rays of the sun, which were as fierce as poison, could not evaporate the earth's sap or patch its green grass. Flowers beautifully decorated the forest of Vrindavan, and many varieties of animals and birds filled it with sound. The peacocks and bees sang, and the cuckoos and cranes cooed. Intending to engage in pastimes, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, accompanied by Lord Balaram and surrounded by the cowherd boys and the cows, entered the forest of Vrindavan as he played his flutes, decorating themselves with the newly grown leaves, along with the peacock feathers, garlands, clusters of flower birds, and colored minerals. Balaram, Krishna, and their cowherd friends danced, wrestled, and sang. That is what they go to the forest to do. When Maharaj Yashoda one day told Krishna and Balaram, I want to go with you to the forest. Krishna frowned his face. Maharaj Yashoda said, why? You're not happy? Krishna didn't say anything. He frowned his face. Maharaj Yashoda said, are you worried about household duty? Rohini Devi will take care while I go with you to the forest. And tomorrow, she will go and I will stay back. Krishna frowned his face. He didn't say anything. Then Lord Balaram said, dear mother, let me tell you. See, we boys, we go to the forest not for tending the cows. We go to the forest to play. So if you come with us, we will not be able to play. No, don't go there. This danger. Sit here. Then how will we enjoy? Please don't come. If you want to come with us, become a gopa. Then you are qualified to come with us. So please go back to the house. Then Krishna smiled. Because Lord Balaram has spoken what he had in his mind. You see, even the Supreme Personality of Godhead observed etiquette. He didn't speak because Balaram was present. And he allowed Balaram to speak. So Balaram spoke. So the boys, they said they go to the forest to play. Not just to tend the cows. The cows, you take care of themselves naturally. As soon as they enter the forest, they will eat their grass and we are free to play. We play, and the boys, they play to give Krishna pleasure. They fight every day. Their fighting is not the fighting of Pralambasura. It's a different fight. The fighting of the boys is to give Krishna pleasure. The fighting of Pralambasura, a deceitful person, is to kill Krishna Balaram. It's different. So they go to play. In the forest, all the ornament Lord as Mother Yashoda put on their body, they will remove all of them. And what they do? Decorating themselves with newly grown leaves. They use the leaves along with peacock feathers, garlands. We already told you the garland is made of malika flowers. Clusters of flower birds is made of Sri for their earrings, and colored minerals like Kruchi is for decorating their hair. Balaram and Krishna and their cowherd friends danced, wrestling, and they sang. Sometimes while the boys are singing, Krishna and Balaram are dancing. And sometimes Balaram and Krishna, they also sang, and the boys, they will dance and they will praise each other. Krishna and Balaram, thank you, you are such a good dancer. This is the activities that make them to go to the forest every day. As Krishna danced, some of the boys accompanied him by singing, and others by playing flute, hand cymbals, and buffalo horns, while still others praised his dancing. Wanting to encourage Sri Krishna, some of the cowherd boys openly praised his dancing. O king, demigods, disguise themselves as members of the cowherd community, and just as dramatic dancers praise another dancer, worship Krishna and Balaram, who were also appearing as cowherd boys. Krishna and Balaram played with their cowherd boyfriends by wailing about, leaping, howling, slapping, and fighting. Sometimes Krishna and Balaram will pull the hair on the boy's head. Purport. The acharyas have explained this verse as follows. The word Brahmanai indicates that the boys, pretending they were machines, will sometimes wild about until they become dizzy. They will also sometimes jump about, langanei. The word shepai indicates that sometimes they will hurl objects like balls or stones, and that sometimes they will grab each other by the arms and throw one another about. As fortana means that sometimes they will slap one another's shoulders or backs, and bikarsane indicate they will drag one another about in the midst of their play. By the word niyudhena, arm wrestling and other types of friendly fighting are indicated. And the word kak paksha daru means that Krishna and Balaram will sometimes grab the hair on the other boy's head in a playful manner. While the other boys were dancing, O king, Krishna and Balaram will sometimes accompany them with song and instrumental music. And sometimes the two Lord would praise the boy, saying, very good, very good. Sometimes the cowherd boys would play with bilba or kumba fruit, and sometimes with handfuls of malacca fruit. And other times they would play the games of trying to touch one another or trying to identify somebody while one is blindfolded. And sometimes they will imitate animals and birds. Beautiful. There's a purport here. So the Sanatana Goswami explained that the word adhyai, by other such sports, indicate such games as chasing one another and building bridges. Another person will occur at noon, while Lord Krishna was taking rest. Nearby, the young cowherd girls will be passing by, singing, and Krishna's boyfriends will pretend to inquire from them about the price of milk. Then the boys will steal yogurt and other items from them and run away. Krishna, Balaram, and their friends will also play games in which they will cross the river in boats. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur further explained that the boys will play with fruits by throwing a few in the air and then throwing others to try to hit them. The word Netra Banda indicates a game in which one boy would approach a blindfolded boy from behind and place his arm over the blindfolded boy's eyes. Then, simply by the feel of his palms, the blindfolded boy will have to guess who the other boy was. In all such games, the boys put up stakes for the winner, such as flute or walking sticks. Sometimes, the boys will imitate the various fighting methods of the forest animals, and at other times, they will chirp like birds. They will sometimes jump around like frogs, sometimes play various jokes, sometimes ride in swings, and sometimes imitate monarchs. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained the word Niripa Chestaya as follows. In Vrindavan, there was a particular place on the river bank where people who wanted to cross the Yamuna would pay a small tax. At times, the cowherd boys will assemble in this area and prevent the young girls of Vrindavan from crossing the river, insisting that they had to pay a customs duty first. Such activities were full of joking and laughter. In this way, Krishna and Balaram played all sorts of well-known games as they wandered among the rivers, hills, valleys, bushes, trees, and lakes of Vrindavan. While Ram, Krishna, and their cowherd friends were those tending the cows in that Vrindavan forest, the demon Pralambasura entered their midst. He had assumed the form of a cowherd boy with the intention of kidnapping Krishna and Balaram. Having described how Krishna and Balaram acted just like ordinary boys, Sukadeva Goswami will now reveal one of the Lord's transcendental pastimes that is beyond the range of human activity. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the demon Pralambasura disguised himself as a particular cowherd boy who on that day had remained at home with duties to perform. Seeing the Supreme Lord Krishna, who had appeared in the Darshan dynasty, sees everything, he understood who the demon was. Still, the Lord pretended to accept the demon as a friend, while at the same time seriously considering how to kill him. Krishna, who knows all sport and games, then called together the cowherd boys and spoke as follows. Hey, cowherd boys, let's play now. We will divide ourselves into two even teams. The cowherd boys chose Krishna and Balaram as the leaders of the two parties. Some of the boys were on Krishna's side, and others joined Balaram. The boys played various games involving carriers and passengers. In these games, the winners will climb up on the back of the losers, who will have to carry them. So Krishna made the arrangement that his party will lose the game. Then they have to carry Balaram's party. Pralambasura is Krishna's party. Because he was thinking, this boy, this is really very powerful. I don't want to go directly to him. So Krishna knows that, so he put him on his party. He was thinking, deceitful. If you want to punish a father, what do? Beat the child. So Pralambasura is thinking, Krishna and Balaram are very, very close. So if I kill Balaram, Krishna will die. on his own. In this way, I've achieved my goal. So Krishna knows that. You want to do it? Just like Balaram did for Dhira. You want the game? We'll play it, and at the end we'll see who will lose. So Krishna put him on his side, and his party failed the game. They have to carry Balaram's party. Those carrying and being carried by one another, and at the same time tending the cows. The boys followed Krishna to a banyan tree known as Mandira. My dear King Parikshit, when Sri Rama, Vrishabha, and other members of Lord Balaram's party were victorious in these games, Krishna and his followers had to carry them. Defeated the Supreme Lord Krishna carried Sri Rama. Bhadrasena carried Vrishabha. And Pralambasura carried Balaram, the son of Rohini. Look at his game. The boys were playing together. They were running together. Pralambasura having different interests. He didn't follow the boys. He went different direction. Considering Lord Krishna invisible, that famous demon, Pralambasura, quickly carried Balaram far beyond the spot where he was supposed to put his passenger down. As the great demon carried Balaram, the Lord became as heavy as massive Mount Sumeru. And Pralambasura had to slow down. He then assumed his actual form and a fulgent body that was covered with molten ornament, golden ornament, and that resembled a cloud flashing with lightning and carrying the demon. What's the height of Pralambasura? What's the height, Pralambasura? What's his height? It's not our height. He's touching the sky. He's touching the sky. He was playing and Balaram had to check him. When Lord Balaram, who carries the plow weapon, saw the gigantic body of the demon as he moved swiftly in the sky, with his blazing eyes, fiery hair, terrible teeth, and reaching toward his scalding brows, and an amazing effulgence generated by his amulet, crown, and earrings, the Lord seemed to become a little frightened. The Balaram became frightened. He was afraid. Balaram is afraid. Do you believe that? Balaram is afraid. Not only afraid, Balaram is what? Balaram is what? Not only fear is here. What else? Surprised. What is this? What is this? He's not my friend. He was a cowherd boy. But now he's a different person, a demon. Remembering the actual situation, the fearless Balaram. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, Krishna and Balaram, they are not like that. They are simultaneously bewildered and omniscient. That is Krishna. They are simultaneously bewildered and omniscient. That is the position. So he was, who is this? And Bishop Sri Kanapura Goswami said, he called, Damodara! Manoram! Where are you? This demon has taken me to a different direction. Please, do something. intelligence become derailed. Right? Intelligence is very sharp. When it become derailed, it will act differently. The same way, this cowherd boy heart suddenly changed. What to do? So he called Krishna. He said here, remembering the actual situation, the Philip Balaram understood that the demon was trying to kidnap him and take him away from his companions. When he called Krishna, when the Balaram called on Krishna, Krishna, don't call me. Don't you know who you are? Deal with him. He's a demon. Don't call me. I'm not coming there. Show your power. You came for a purpose. This is a chance to do that. Then, the Lord then became furious and struck the demon's head with his fists, just as Indra, the king of the demigods, strikes a mountain with his thunderbolt weapon. Lord Balaram's hand is what? Not thunderbolts. Billions of thunderbolts. Yeah, billions of thunderbolts. When he cracked the head of Pralambasura with his fist. He didn't use his weapon, the club and the plow. The plow is not to garden. The garden actually represents our heart for planting the seed of Bhakti at the plow. You asked me last time? Yes. The plow is to cultivate the Bhakti. So you till the ground and plant the seed inside. That's what the plow represents. So he didn't use this weapon this time. And his weapons are invisible. They are always with him. He doesn't have to carry them always. When he was on pilgrimage, traveling all over, he didn't carry the weapon. And you don't see him also carrying. He was not traveling with cows. But every single place Lord Balaram visited, he would donate thousands of cows in charity to the local brahmanas. How was he doing it? This was Shukadev Goswami mentioned. Every single spot, pilgrimage site he visited, he donated thousands of cows in charity to the local brahmanas. But you don't see him carrying cows with him when he was traveling. You don't see him carrying the plows and the club. Where was he getting the cows from? Where was he getting? He just plucked them from, or just manufactured them there. How is he getting them? From where? How is he getting them? Lord Balaram is the source of everything in this material world. He is the source of everything. We had already every single grain in Vrindavan is expansion of Sri Radha, Lord Balaram. He's in charge of two energies of Krishna, Samvit and Sandini. Balaram is in charge. But then he is in charge of his Ladini. But Balaram take care of these two energies. So for him to manifest the cow is not a problem. They are all there. It's just that we are not seeing. The cows were already there with him all along. We are not seeing it. But when he wants, he will manifest them and give them to the brahmanas. So in this way, Lord Balaram killed Pralambasura. Though such smash by Balaram's fist, Pralambasura's head immediately cracked open. The demon vomited blood from his mouth and lost all consciousness. And then, with a great noise, he fell lifeless on the ground, like a mountain devastated by Indra. Sri Balaram ki. The cowherd boys were most astonished to see how the powerful Balaram had killed the demon Pralambasura. And they exclaimed, "Excellent! Excellent! Excellent! Balaram ki, Balaram ki. He has come to do this for us. So let us open ourselves to Balaram so that he will remove the Pralambasura as he did here. They offered Balaram profuse benedictions and then glorified him, who deserves all glorification. Their minds overwhelmed with ecstatic love. They embraced him as if he had come back from the dead. The sinful Pralambasura having been killed, the demigods felt extremely happy, and they showered flower garlands upon Lord Balaram and praised the excellence of his deeds. Thus ended the purport of the humble servant of the divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 18th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Lord Balaram slays the demon Pralambasura. Sri Balaram ki, Hare Krishna. All right. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki.
तुम्हें पता है आज मैं इतना खुश क्यों हूँ? क्योंकि बहुत जल्दी तुम सबसे मिलने वाला हूँ। 4 सितंबर को इस्कॉन वृंदावन में मेरा जन्माष्टमी उत्सव है। तुम आओगे ना? और मेरी जन्माष्टमी सेवा में मेरे साथ जुड़ो।